Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Carrie. This channel is all about Hawaii food and family, and if you're new here, my family and I are currently on a 2-week vacation to Japan. This is part 2 of our trip. So if you've missed part 1, I will put it up in the cards and in the description box below. In this video, we are sharing our Sapporo, Hokkaido leg of this trip, where we spend 4 full days and nights in this part of Japan. So come along with us. Some chicken vegetables. It looks like nishime. Some old zenzai, it looks like. I have some fish. This is a crab croquette, yes. Coco, yogurt, and I'm trying their Japanese vegetable curry soup.
We're going to Odori Park, which is about a half a mile from here. We're gonna walk.
Ooh, and a nice chilling air.
It's chilly.
It's probably about, I don't know, 50 degrees right now, and we're from Hawaii. We're not used to this kind of weather. It's cold. Woo. Hokkaido is the northernmost island of Japan's main island, known for its volcanoes, natural hot springs, and ski areas. Sapporo is the capital city of Hokkaido and famous for its beer, skiing, and the annual Sapporo Snow Festival featuring enormous ice sculptures. We are visiting Sapporo in late April, which is the perfect time to see the beautiful cherry blossoms. Say hi, Dad. We tried to bundle Ellie up as much as possible because it's windy. So we look like we're going in the snow, but it's really only 50 degrees. Are you comfortable? Are you okay? Yeah? Where's the cherry blossoms? Okay, bring the leaves. Come on, let's go. Fun fact, Sapporo is also home to the 1972 Winter Olympics, and Odori Park was also where the flame ceremony took place.
We're looking at young woman statue put up in 1984 by the Lions Club International. Interesting why the Lions Club would put up a half-naked woman as a statue. We're at Cafe London Con. It's right by the Botanical Gardens across the street. We need to get out of the cold because it's freezing. So we came to this nice warm cafe where we are one of 2 patrons. And a nice older gentleman just took our order. I got pan au gratin and aisu kohi. And Carrie got corn soup
and pan
topan and chamomile tea, and we also have mizu o plizu.
Corn potato soup with pan. Very good. It hits the spot because it's really cold outside. A popular attraction in all of Japan are these crane games, also referred to as UFO catcher games. They are in department stores, small stores, on streets, and in random places as well. And of course, because of all the lights and toys, Ellie loved trying to play. We often did not get lucky, but it was a fun time trying. Since we were trying to get out of the rain and cold that day, we also found this Ampon Man game, and if you've watched part 1, you know that Ellie is a true fan of Ampon Man. One of my favorite things about department stores in Japan is that it's so convenient for the consumer. Usually on the basement floor they have a market, and they also sell fresh local food and other goods, so it just makes everything very convenient. And after checking out the department store, we headed to Sapporo Factory. And if you're wondering how we're getting around to all of these places, we've been taking taxis everywhere just because in Sapporo, the train system is not as active as it is in other places like Tokyo. So for us with a stroller and a baby, it made more sense to take a taxi. We're currently in Sapporo Factory, which is
not where they sell the beer.
But it was at one time a beer factory,
yes.
Right?
Got tricked into coming here thinking it was beer, but it's a mall.
It's a mall, but there's a cool play area here. That's the one thing about like Japanese places, and just I feel like whenever we go to stores and stuff, they cater to kids a lot, which is really, really nice.
Thank you.
So there's this tent area here where we're sitting in, and Ellie's just having fun playing with all of the things. So, how's your seafood rice?
It's very good. It's in like this cream sauce. Kind of tastes like the cheese that the potatoes this morning were in. It's good. It's got scallops. Not scallops. It's got mussels, clams, a big shrimp, some taco. So it's good.
Ellie is trying to eat pasta with chopsticks. Show us how you eat your... Oh, try again. She's very determined. You did it! And this is the same as Ellie's. But Japanese pasta in general is very... I would say it's a lot sweeter. It's a different flavor than like American pasta. It's good. Ellie, say hi. Hi. We just finished eating breakfast. We bought the breakfast that goes along with our stay here. So every morning we have a nice Japanese breakfast, and it's pretty inexpensive. How much does it come out to about, Reid?
Like $9.
Like $9 a person per day for like this really nice Japanese buffet, which is, it's unbelievable how, you know, the quality of food here and everything. Anyway, we were going to Shioi Koibito Park, which we believe is like a chocolate factory kind of place. So we're gonna take Ellie there. And overall, it's been a really nice trip. I think something that we realized just so far is that just traveling with a toddler is different than traveling with a baby, because I think with a baby, they're easier. It's easier for them to adapt in certain situations. In our experience, you know, just they can sleep a little bit longer. Like now, Ellie is way more aware of where we are, what we're doing, and all of that. So we really just have to take it easy and not try to do too much in a day, not try to jam pack it in. And just for us, I think we just realize what really is important is just being together as a family, right, Reid?
Yes.
Being together and just yeah, not our expectations are not super high of like what we can accomplish in one day. It's more so that we're healthy, we're happy, and we are experiencing Japan together. So anyway, that's something that I've come to realize as so far on this trip. But Ellie is drinking this really good Hokkaido drink that I found. It's like a yogurt strawberry drink. Ellie, do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So it's really delicious. Hokkaido has really good cheese and yogurt and all of that stuff here. So anyway, keep watching as we experience today. So it was raining on this day that we went to Shiroi Koibito Park, but the outside is so beautiful, and there seems to be a lot of exhibits for children to do when it's not raining outside that I would have loved to explore, but most of our trip today was indoors.
This place is cool. It gave you like a history of chocolate and how it was made and who discovered how to use the cacao plant and turn it into modern day chocolate. I think this is a good segue into this Ishiya's chocolate factory and like how they make it here.
Okay, what did we just realize?
Shiroi is white, so we're at a white chocolate factory, and their main product is this cookie that they gave us at the beginning of the tour, and it's white chocolate sandwiched between two crackers, and it's really good. This is the process that we just videoed. It's like the process of making these white chocolate crackers.
So after our tour of the chocolate factory, Reid and I decided to do a tasting of all of the different chocolates that were available. So we got the famous cookie, we tried it in some cake, and Reid also here tried it in a pancake, like a pancake souffle, which is what this is, but everything was so delicious. So after the chocolate park, we decided to go to a playground, and we tried to do something fun like this every day for Ellie, whether it was an indoor playground or an outdoor playground or some kind of activity where she could move around and jump around. And in our experience, all of the different cities that we visited on this trip and in past trips to Japan, they have always been very kid-friendly, and they have so many of these wonderful playgrounds and just places where kids can go and enjoy themselves and express themselves and run around, which is amazing for parents. Good morning, everyone. Is it Friday? It's Friday, yeah? Friday here in Japan, in Hokkaido. And we are heading to Maruyama Park and Zoo. And it's a really nice day today. We actually haven't done a lot of walking outside because it's been windy and cold. But today's like the opposite. The sun is shining and it's really nice to be out walking. So that's where we're heading. How are you liking Hokkaido?
It's nice. It's very, it's an older city. It's kind of like Hiroshima in the sense that you could walk and get around. And the culture is very influenced by, whatever reason, French and Italian. But it's like Carrie said, the weather is kind of unpredictable. So the last 2 days it's been really windy and rainy and cold. So we tried to stay indoors. But today we're going to spend the day outside. It's supposed to hit the 70s today. So we'll see how that goes.
And we're right at the peak.
Right here, gonna go
right at the peak of cherry blossom season, so really excited to see them in full bloom. Hopefully we'll see them in full bloom today. Since this day was a lot sunnier and overall it just felt better on the skin, we decided to walk to the train station, which was about a 10 to 15 minute walk from our hotel. Something to remember if you are traveling with a stroller or young kids and you're coming to Japan is that not all train stations are stroller accessible. Most of them are, but we did encounter a couple where Reid had to carry the stroller and Ellie in the stroller up and down the stairs. Maruyama Park is a giant park that encompasses a zoo, the Hokkaido Shrine, baseball stadium, and a track and field stadium as well. It's a beautiful place to visit during cherry blossom season. Ellie fell asleep on our way to the park, so we decided to visit the Hokkaido Shrine first. And the cool thing about when you visit the Hokkaido Shrine is that there are all of these local food vendors selling foods like takoyaki and yakisoba and all the things that you would think to be sold on the side of a road, they were selling. And everything looked really delicious. The Hokkaido Shrine is a Shinto Buddhist shrine built in 1869. I loved seeing how this big cherry blossom tree hung over the roof of the shrine, providing so much beauty and peace to the area. So we're sitting at Maruyama Park and we're looking at all of the cherry blossom trees. And I noticed a lot of people sitting outside, and after talking to Kathy, my sister who lived in Japan, she said that a lot of people have hanami, which means like a viewing party for when the cherry blossoms come out, and several people come and picnic and we just enjoy the cherry blossoms. So that's what we are doing. We bought some takoyaki and we are going to enjoy the cherry blossom trees. Ooh, looks really messy. Squid or octopus inside? Very good. So after our time at the park, we headed to the zoo.
Oh, he's right there.
Let's two. Not only two.
Very good, only two, you're right. At this stage of Ellie's life, she loves going to zoos and seeing animals and visiting aquariums, so this is right up her alley, and it's great that we can give her this experience in other countries to see animals that are similar to what we have in Honolulu and some that are different. Our zoo food is spaghetti, some curry, and how's the spaghetti?
Yay.
Our next stop was to the Sapporo Beer Museum, and Sapporo is known for their Sapporo beer. So of course we had to check it out. Reid loves beer and all different types of beer, so this was definitely right up his alley, and we're excited to learn about the beer.
We're at the Sapporo Beer Factory, which I learned from taking the tour. It was started by this guy who went to Germany to learn how to brew beer. And he brought it back to Sapporo, and they built this factory, and over the years have modernized it. And so it's, I guess you could say, like the birth of Japanese beer brewed the German way. And I think you can taste the difference. There's 3 different kinds of beers that come with this. The classic, which we all know. But you know what's different is the beer in Japan. It's like light and refreshing, and it doesn't taste like there's any preservatives. This one's Black Label. Braku Label. And then this one is Kaitakushi. So I think it's a special recipe beer. It's good.
Yeah?
All 3 are great. Carrie has premium alcohol-free beer.
And I'm drinking alcohol-free beer here because I am pregnant in this video, so I was not drinking any alcohol on this trip. There was a shopping mall nearby the Sapporo Beer Factory, so we headed there after, and they had this cute little area for us to eat ramen in, and then we also found a play area for Ellie to play in and just get some of her active legs moving before we headed back to the hotel that evening. Okay, go Ellie! Okay, go down the slide! And of course, we had to also play a couple games before we headed back.
Okay, then you gotta press number 2. And it's supposed to like push down off.
So it's our last full day here in Hokkaido, Sapporo, Hokkaido, and we are gonna spend our morning at Nijo Market, and it's a seafood market, and we're excited. Crab and some raw fish, all Reid's favorites.
Crab, yeah.
But it's a really nice day today. We were able to walk here from our hotel, and this is kind of what it looks like. I would say it's about what, almost like 65 degrees. Maybe close to 70 degrees
no wind,
now.
Which is
no
key.
wind. Yeah. Ellie is
Sleeping.
hanging out in the. No, I think she's up. Hanging out in the stroller. So Nijo Market is very much similar to Tsukiji Market in Tokyo. However, it is smaller and there's just a lot less people. But the experience, I would say, is very similar because you can get fresh fish and eat it on the streets or on the side, and they have so many different kinds of fish and crab available, and everything just looks so delicious. But the one thing is that there aren't as many crowds. So I really enjoyed this experience a lot more than when we visit Tsukiji Market in a later video, which I'll show you. Reid and I were looking to eat crab that morning, so we found this restaurant in Nijo Market, and we had a really delicious bowl. Well, I had a really delicious bowl of raw salmon and crab, and Reid just had crab, but it was very, very good, and everything tasted so fresh. What do you think of the seafood breakfast we had?
It was great. It's fresh. I think we had hairy crab. It was hairy. It was good. It was worth the wait. Come on.
After the fish market, we decided to walk through Odori Park, and this was such a different experience from the first day just because the sun was out, the flowers looked like they were blooming, and this was a different part of the park that we did not visit on the first day. But everything was so beautiful and comfortable this time. Our next stop was to the Sapporo Dome to watch a professional soccer game.
We're going to go and watch the Hokkaido Kansadores soccer team.
You don't really know if that's how you pronounce it, but
That's how you sound it out.
spells Kansadol.
That's what they tell.
So besides the fact that Reid and I have never watched a professional soccer game in Japan before, we also wanted to visit the Sapporo Dome because we heard about this kids park that they have, and we wanted to see what it was about. So we brought Ellie up here. Unfortunately, this big area that I showed on the left was for kids 3 and up, so Ellie could only go in the baby corner, which was fine, and she loved it just the same.
So I like the fact that there's a family fun park in the dome, and you can buy your ticket for anywhere here and you can get access to this family center. There's a whole set of concessions that are tailored to kids up here. There's a whole play area for older kids, and then this baby corner for kids under the age of 3. And while you're here, you can watch the game, and it's like premium box seats for the parents. Like when we rebuild Aloha Stadium, this is how it should be rebuilt. There's so many families in Hawaii, this would be great for that. And to Claire, if you're watching and you're still on the stadium authority, this is how you rebuild Aloha Stadium.
Similar to the baseball games in Japan, the soccer games also are very lively and fun. There's a lot of music. Both teams are chanting, and everybody seems to be really into the game, which I think is really, really cool. also think this is an awesome way to expose our daughter, who is still so young, to the game of soccer and just the idea of playing a team sport. So we just finished our first professional soccer game, the HOKKAIDO Consadole, and we learned that it's the owl. And overall I thought it was a really fun experience. It's very lively, very noisy, everyone's chanting, everyone's cheering, and you know, I mean, the game of soccer is pretty self-explanatory, but it's a very fast-paced game. But it ended in a tie, so the Hokkaido team was up 3-0, but then by the end the other team, who were we playing, by the way? You know?
It's a great question.
We don't even know who we're playing, but the other team scored 3 goals too, so it ended in a tie, which is kind of bummers, but I thought it was fun. What was your takeaway on the game?
Soccer in Japan it's like baseball. Like, people get really into it. They have chants for every player, every play, it seems. Every situation, there's like a chant leader. But not as respectful, I think. So they don't take turns cheering. Like, they constantly cheer throughout the game no matter what happens. If they score a goal or if the other team scores a goal. And we saw some of those guys come down from the seats after the game, and they're wiping themselves down with body wipes because they must have worked up quite a sweat. They don't stop jumping the entire time. So it's pretty lively, it's pretty fun. But my big takeaway was that stadium is great for kids. And seriously, Hawaii needs to do something like that because there's so many young families. But Ellie was entertained the entire time, from the little balloons they give you when you walk in to the kids play area on the top level, including like family seating, which are like box seats. And
for family.
It's for families only, and it's like, it comes with your ticket. You don't pay extra. I mean, kid-friendly like concessions. Like, it was great. Like, she had a great time. She cheered. Now she wants a sake ball, so that'll be fun.
How was the soccer game? How was the soccer game? Was it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like watching the players kick the soccer ball? Yeah. Now she's interested in sticks. Overall, great experience. Glad we were able to come to the Sapporo Dome. Pretty, very cool venue. And yeah, that's all I have for now. In my last video, I mentioned that the new Chitose airport is about an hour away from Sapporo. So this time we decided to take a train back. On our way back to Haneda. I'm going to spend the rest of the time in Tokyo. Ellie got a present. Show us your airplane. Wow. How was it taking the train back from Sapporo to Chitose?
New Chitose Airport. Take a car. Especially if you have multiple large bags. It's rough.
This concludes part 2 of our Japan trip in Sapporo, Hokkaido. In the next episode, we head back to Tokyo, where we visit a lot of beautiful places as well. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Bye!